Welcome, everybody, to Intensity Broadcasting. I'm Joe Wright. Tonight I'm joined by my man and iRacer, Eddie Morris. Eddie, what's up?
Not much, brother. Just looking forward to this race tonight, and it's the first race in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. We got Sterling Sim Racing on board with us here. iRacing Oval ARCA Series from Texas Motorspeedway. Like Eddie said, the first race of the playoffs. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, some other news I just heard over the radios there. First place is going to get $5. Second place is going to get $5. Third place is going to get $5. And don't quote me on it. There's two other things they're going to be paying $5 for. I think well the other one was a random car on the lead lap and the Tough Luck Award. So
Awesome. And Sterling Sim Racing is a group of iRacers and sponsors interested in associating with leagues that rookies, iRacers new to league racing, and all other competitors that want to compete can do so in a friendly, controlled, competitive environment. Check them out on Facebook. And you can also get with Dean Qualley. He's one of the guys there that is associated with them and pushing that pretty hard. Sterling Sim Racing, check them out. Man, we got a pretty cool lineup here tonight. Those top 12 battled their way into the playoffs here, Eddie, and well, it's going to make for a pretty cool looking playoff picture here as we take a look at it. Jackson Qualley had one heck of a season, coming out on top in the regular season. Logan Hagerman, an Intensity Racing team driver. Dylan Redding in that third spot. And Zachary Cox in fourth. Those guys pretty locked in. They're going to have to really mess up to really miss it. Now, Alan Wernicke, on the flip side of that, has a lot of work to do. He is -6 back from making it into the top 8. Now, anything can happen. We know Texas can be treacherous at times.
yeah, for sure, man. They're going to have some good races tonight and hope to keep their chances alive.
And it looks like Brett Merle and Brian Merle in that 5th and 6th spot. Currently on top of the board there, you can see 1st and 2nd. Those guys know how to get around here. But we still have some guys left to qualify. Let's go ahead and check them out here on track. Take a look here at the 68 machine of Dustin Buck. And now, Eddie, these cars are a handful, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah, they're definitely a handful, man. Come loose, and you got to pay attention. You got to know what you're doing, or that thing's coming around.
And we say they're a handful, but like this is the lowest series here in iOS. Which, you know, if you can get out of iOS and come away with a top 10 or top 12 in points, you're looking at moving yourself up in the rankings here in the iOS series. So that's pretty cool stuff for a lot of those guys. Dustin Buck crosses the line here, and that's going to put him currently P6. And as I say that, Logan Hagerman knocks him down as he takes over P6. Let's see if Logan can get something better here on his second lap.
You might be able to.
And there you go. Logan Hagerman has put himself in that 5th spot. David Wright up to the 7th spot. Sylvan Seguin up to the 6th spot. And look at David Wright here. Let's see what he's got for his second lap. Crosses the line and does not improve on his lap. Derek Chaput kind of rolling through the corner here. Take a look at Nick Mather, another Canadian. I think he's got some, just the way the paint is. Look like he had front end damage. Like, how did he get that? But here comes the 16 to cross the line. Mather up to the 5th spot with a nice lap.
That's a pretty cool looking car, man.
Yeah, if you're Canadian.
Right?
No, it is cool. I like it a lot, actually. The Maple Leaf.
That's right.
And able to improve. Now they're not able to improve. He's going to stay P5. Take a look now at that awesome neon green and pink 38 riding chicane of Travis Paul. out of the throttle on entry there, as you could hear him get out of it. From the high view as he crosses the dog leg. All not able to improve on his lap. That'll put him P19. Still got a bunch of guys who haven't hit the course here. Greg Froelich being one of them. Cody Moore, Brandon White, Alan Wernicke. I know there are some guys with some EOLs, Eddie. Who are they?
Oh man, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. But I know there are a few. Pretty sure there was a couple DQs also from last week.
Couple, 2 or 3. So looks like James Moore, Alan Wernicke, and Colton Kinsey will be your guys with the EOLs here at the beginning of the race from penalties from last week. And like Eddie said previously, payouts of $5 for first, second, third, and a random car in the lead lap, and also $5 to the Hard Luck Award winner. I wonder who picks that.
Not sure. But I do have some news, Joe. We're gonna have to see Junior's new picture for the broadcast.
Yeah, 10-4.
He's been on it for a little bit, so we got to check that out.
All right. In the chat, David Bacino says free Pelican snowballs on Tuesday from 3 to 3:45 p.m. with Dylan Redding top 13. So if he gets in the top 13, Evan Buccino says free Pelican snowballs. Dyer Reed, look at the number 2, the 2 Merle up there. Noah Walter says Will Cloud with a new playoff paint. We'll check it out in a minute. And Coralie Mather says let's go Nick Mather. Same with Colin Willems. And the bots are in session for Nick Mather tonight.
Oh, the bot squad, huh? Got his own bot squad.
Take a look here at the 71 machine of Greg Froelich with the Zero sponsor blacked out paint with a little, what is that on the back? A little American flag? Like it.
Not sure.
Make sure Trading Paints is up to date real quick. All right, we're going to have one lap to the green flag here. And while we wait for these guys to grid, Brett Merle going to be starting on the pole position here. We got Brett Merle starting P1. His brother, Brian Merle Jr.
Yahtzee.
And Dustin Dean's newest rival in second spot. Dylan Redding's going to roll off third. Remember, P13 or above. Will Cloud Jr. in the CLR car, which is pretty cool, as he's one of our playoff drivers. Nick Mather is going to roll off fifth. Logan Hagerman sixth. Delvin Seguin's going to roll off P7. David Wright in that ugly yellow M&M thing. 9 is going to be Michael Lawrence. And 10th, Dustin Buck.
And starting P11, we got the points leader coming into tonight's race, Jackson Qualley. And starting 12th, we got Derek Chaput. And starting 13th, we got Rob Hamilton. And we got Zachary Cox starting 15th.
Yep, James Moore hadn't gridded yet, so Greg Froenick's got 16th. TJ Floyd's going to roll off P17. 18th, we got Michael Provolt. 19th, Mike Rentz Jr. 20th is going to roll off Travis Paul. Alan Wernicke, he's going to roll off P21. 22nd sees Scott Whiteman. Derek Regal is going to roll off 23rd. Cody Moore, Nick Ford, Brandon White yet to grid. Not sure if they missed it or not.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on that.
Back to the front we go as we get ready for 60 laps here at Texas Motorspeedway. Eddie, what do you expect from these first couple laps here?
Oh man, with it being the first playoff race, I'm kind of hoping everybody takes it easy, get a couple laps under their belt, see what the cars are like, and go from there. But I don't know. It usually don't end up that well.
And I agree with you. We'll see what happens here, but Brett Merle's going to lead it to the flag. I expect those two guys up front to take it easy here and maybe even let these guys run their tires off behind them, but we'll see what happens. I'm pretty used to them doing that, so. Green flag is in the air. And we're racing.
Junior sticking with him going into one.
And coming out of turn 2, Brett Merle still with the lead. Junior on the outside, still with a fender there. See Brian Merle Jr. starting to slide back just a little bit now. Is Dylan Redding looking underneath, trying to get into that P2 spot. Brian Merle Jr. able to clear Dylan Redding. Little cloud under pressure now from the 16 and Nick Mather as Logan Hagerman finds himself stuck on that outside line. And we got a little bit of a race going on here between the top second through fifth cars. So
yeah, action's starting to pick up through here. Nobody's really pushing the issue as of yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, it doesn't usually last very long. On board here with Logan Hagerman. Two-time race winner of this season.
Do it
Way
for
out of
Hagerman.
front. He looks underneath Dylan Redding now. And clear.
He's got to bring it home for Grandma Hagerman.
Meanwhile, while we were watching that, Brett Merle has now stepped out to a pretty sizable lead. As you take a look here at our little head-to-head action. Starts to open up that gap a little bit there. You can see the green monitor there on the right-hand side. And you can kind of see he's stepping out by 1/10 of a second and still continuing to open up that gap over Brian Merle Jr. Logan Hagerman into the second spot.
He's on his way.
You know, they say it's not about how you qualify, but how you race sometimes, and that's holding true here. Is Hagerman not so fast in qualifying, but looking pretty stout here early here at Texas. And he's opening the... Sorry. He's opening the gap to Brian Merle, as you can see, and lots of green on that, and it means he's closing the gap to Brett.
Yeah, he's absolutely putting on a clinic right now. I think he'll catch Brett. I can see what he can do with him.
Dylan Redding moves into the P3 as he goes under Brian Merle Jr. as well. And now Brett Merle's starting a still drive away now from Logan a little bit more. He's up to 1 second over Logan Hagerman now. Brian Merle really slide back your tire strategy maybe?
Maybe he's saving a little bit, man, because putting it P2 and qualifying and fading back like that, I would hope it was some kind of maybe saving of the tires.
Dustin Dean asked in the chat, what exactly is a clinic, Eddie?
Yeah. I almost say about that. I mean, he could go back and watch our truck race from Talladega. That was a clinic. That was some serious pushing by my brother Joe Wright over here. Appreciate it, man. So there you go, Dustin. There's your clinic.
Man, they're going at it in the chat. This is pretty funny. You got Stephen Black now saying that's where you sent Brian Merle Jr. to in the Talladega race, talking to Dustin D to the clinic.
Here we go.
All right. Well, we're going to leave that one alone. As we watch Merle still kind of holding his own here now in fourth. He's not sliding too much further back, as looks like people are starting to get a little wear on their tires. And Brett still only a second over Logan Hagerman as he's just rolling through the corners here. Logan actually closed by 1/10 on that last lap, so we'll see if that continues to happen.
Yep.
Look underneath Will Cloud here. David Wright looking to get underneath of him. And he's going to clear himself underneath Will. That'll move David Wright up into the sixth spot. Jackson Qualley, our points leader coming into the race, up one position now to the 10th spot. He makes his way around turns 1 and 2 and comes out of 2 as he's chasing down Dustin Buck. Pretty single file throughout the field. A little bit of racing back toward the back here, Eddie. For 20th, 21st.
The one I was gonna keep my eye on tonight would be the 17, the Jackson Qualley, man. It's come to him and he'll be there at the end.
Yeah, he seems to be a really good closer at these 1.5 type tracks. So looks like that 91 machine has some rear damage already. I'm not sure what happened with him. It looks like Rob Hamilton and Mike Rentz might have gotten into it at some point. And we're about to have a battle for the lead here, Eddie.
Yeah, Logan's closing in. Logan is there.
He's made it to him. Let's see what he can do with him now that he's caught up to him. We got a great battle for the lead. Logan Hagerman's going to get it. Brett Merle starting to slide back just a little bit now. Definitely looking like Hagerman set up for the long run here.
Yes, sir. He's got a fast car tonight.
Don't count out Dylan Redding. Dylan Redding's still in the hunt there. He's 1 second back now from our leader and 0.7 back from Brett Merle. So, oh, caution is out. That's going to change the game as we go into our wreckage replay.
I know TJ Floyd had some issues there.
Yeah, I see TJ Floyd coming off the corner here. Oh, just slid the back end into the wall there. And he continues down the front stretch. He's going to collect Alan Wernicke. Wernicke hard into the wall and then into the 51 of Zachary Cox as well. Wow, these guys still ripping through there with their ARCA break-in.
Go ARCA brakes.
Man. Oh, and then they still wrecking.
Oh, man.
Gentlemen, hold the brake. Oh, we got to say, hold the brake.
I reckon we'll sort you back up.
All right, back to the front. No pit stops for the top, gentlemen. We look at pit lane. Looks like Brett Merle definitely hit it. Brian Merle Jr. as well. Dustin Buck, Michael Provolt, Scott Whiteman, Travis Paul, Rob Hamilton, Derek Regal, and obviously some of those guys involved in the wreck, Derek Regal, TJ Floyd, Mike Rentz, Alan Wernicke, all on pit road. All right, so this will be pretty interesting here, Eddie. We got some guys who have turned into some pit strategy. 20 laps in, fuel, some tires. They're going to be fast early.
Yeah.
And the first one off is Brett Merle. He's going to be, what, P9 here, so.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how this pit strategy is going to play out. Because I'm not sure what a run would be on a tank, but those guys that went in may still have to take a little bit of gas. I would imagine, right?
Yeah, you would think. We'll see though. And while we have a quick second, let's talk about tonight's sponsor once again, real quick. Since 2020, Sterling Sim Racing is a group of iRacers and sponsors interested in associating with leagues that rookies, iRacers new to league racing, and all other competitors that want to compete can do so in a friendly, controlled, competitive environment. Check them out on Facebook and get with Dean Quality, the admin of the league, and he'll get you set up with those guys if it's something you're interested in. Now, Eddie, we often talk about the benefits of league racing. I like it better than the official races. You get to know the people, you get to do that stuff. Now you got some organizations like Sterling Sim Racing who's helping guys get into that and find the right leagues for them. So that's pretty cool stuff too.
Yeah, I'm 100%, man. I've found that I don't race as many officials anymore, just for the simple fact that you hop in them. They're fun every once in a while, but to really grind out and do it to it, I find it difficult to do because of the fact that the guy next to you, this is the first time you've ever raced with him. You know, you don't know how he's reacting. You don't know what he's about to do. I mean, at least in a league, you know, when you're going to get wrecked, when there's a 21 behind you and you're here, or, you know, something like that. So I prefer league races.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm the same way. I've been like that since probably my first couple seasons. I got myself to the A class, and then I decided, you know, the leagues are where it's at. You make friendships, you make friends, you get to know people, and it's just more fun. All right, the pace car lights are off coming out of 4. He's going to hit pit road here, and Logan Hagerman's going to see the green flag. And Logan gets a decent jump here. He's going to need it because he got some guys with fresh tires behind him, so...
He caught them boys sleeping.
Yeah, Dylan Redding was taking a nap. Nick Mather underneath of him now. 16's going to clear through. And he's clear up, as Will Cloud now. Up into P4, looking for the same.
Ooh, we got spin.
We do have some cars spinning. Caution is out. Looks like he just got back to the gas a little bit too early into the inside wall, and people avoided him. But he came to a stop on the racing surface, and that's what brought out your caution. The 05, a self-spin into the inside wall. Did not collect anybody else, so that's a positive for those guys.
Yeah. TJ Floyd looked like he was pretty close to it, though.
Yeah, it was
I bet he had to check up pretty good.
definite close call for TJ Floyd. Matt Knight's pucker moment there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, Logan Hagerman of Intensity Racing Team. Don't get it confused with the Apex Racing Team, who I don't even think has a driver in the top 12 in this series, right?
I don't think so.
Anyways, Logan Hagerman's going to lead him to the green flag here. And I don't know if you guys know, but Dustin Deans used to be a broadcaster here with Intensity Racing Team, but he decided to take a leave of absence. Said he had things going on. So Eddie's stepped in to help us out.
Get well soon, Dustin.
And the 16 machine of Will Cloud's going to start on the outside. Dylan Redding to the inside. The 5 machine of Will Cloud's going to roll off 4th. David Wright 5th. Jackson Qualley 6th. Watch out for that points leader, Jackson Qualley, creeping into that top 10 now, into that 6th spot. Derek Chaput 7th. Brett Merle, Brian Merle Jr., the first guys on new tires. Minus 7 positions right now, but like I said, new tires, and that could cost those guys at the front.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Logan Hagerman gonna lead it back to the front here. But I think the big thing here to watch is those guys on those fresh tires. If we can get some green flag laps going here, and how bad those guys at the front are gonna fall off here after about a lap or two.
Yeah, all these cautions are going to help those guys that already came in too. They're going to be able to save some of that gas.
Logan Hagerman. And he's rolling. Green flag is out. Dylan Redding not sleeping that time. He's going to get underneath the 16 and Nick Mather now. David Wright looking to follow him through. Let's see if he can hang on to that bottom line here coming through the corner. 1 and 2. David Wright 3 wide.
He said, man, I got places to go.
See if he can hold it down there through turns 3 and 4 now. He slides up the hill just a little bit. That's going to move Dylan Redding up the hill a bit as well, as they're getting real racy at the front.
Mathers into the wall. Off. Oh, Lord.
Oh, little John Deere country, as that man would say. Stays green, though.
Man, that was some driving right there. That was a pucker moment if there ever was a pucker.
Oh, hard into the wall. He's hard into the wall. Caution is out. Man, they must have not been able to turn there. As we pull up your second records rewind of the night, 3rd caution. All right. This starts with some 3 wide tough racing at the front here. And you're going to see Wright push up just a little bit into Redding. Redding moving up to give the space, but gets into Mather just a hair. And that's going to put Mather into the wall. And then it continues from there for Mather. Maybe he didn't even get into Mather, but Mather just up into the marbles, into the wall. Back across the track, barely missing Brian and Brett. Through the grass, little John Deere. He's going to go into the corner here, but he's got some right front damage. He's going to start to push up the hill on exit. And the 86 tags him. That's going to collect the 51 of Zachary Cox as well. And Nick Mather jumps to the pits. So Logan Hagerman hits pit road. David Wright's going to stay out. Looks like Dylan Redding also hit pit road. Will Cloud Jr., Jackson Qualley, Greg Froenick, Mike Rentz, Michael Lawrence, all hitting pit road. Michael Lawrence, hope you're feeling better, bud. Heard he got a broken rib, Eddie.
Yeah, man, he had a gnarly crash on his cart he was racing. Looked pretty bad, man.
See if Wright hits pit road here. It looks like he's going to. He's going to submit the lead back to Brett Merle. Lap 30, that's just over halfway. 31, I guess.
Yeah.
Wonder if he just stayed out to lead a lap.
Hey, maybe he did. It still counts.
And he's going to get all four of the Mr. Feelgoods. So if there was any question as to that, we know he got full four. So we know with 3 cautions you can make it halfway on fuel. We saw them do it there. All right, so Logan Hagerman came from about the 7th position earlier and found himself at the front. He's going to have those work cut out for him as he's got some slower guys in between him and the leaders of Brett and Brian, who we know are fast as they qualled 1-2 to start the race. But Eddie, what do you think is the strategy here for those guys that just hit pit road? Stay out of trouble or go for it?
I mean, I know I've got fresher tires than those guys in front of me. I'm not gonna like 100% at first. I'm just gonna kind of save my stuff because there could be another quick caution. And, you know, if that's the case, then you've done run the good off them tires, and that's no fun.
Both the Merle brothers in the playoffs currently as they sit 1-2 on the field. And we'll just take a real quick glance at the standings one more time so you guys can get an idea. And if you look, some of the guys who are in the playoffs are running a little windshield cover that's got yellow on it. That's your symbol as a playoff driver. I noticed Jackson Qualley wasn't running that. But some of these other guys are, like Jackson Qualley, or I'm sorry, like Logan Hagerman, Dylan Redding, Zachary Cox, Brian, and Brett Merle. We both see the yellow there. Michael Provault, who's in the 9th spot in points, but 3rd on the grid here, also running that thing. You can see a little yellow above his car. Derek Chaput in the 11th spot in points finds himself in 10th on the grid. So these guys doing what they have to do here to keep themselves in the running for this playoff spot. Some people might be struggling here. Alan Wernicke, haven't seen him toward the front yet. He's currently P20, so.
Yeah, he got collected up in I think the TJ Floyd crash. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Brett Merle will restart the race here, and he can go whenever he wants after the pace car dips off. And I imagine he's talking to his brother. We'll see, though. Yep, he let him know. Brian able to get a decent jump, but Provault not letting him get away. Provault staying on the inside here.
Proval said, man, y'all forgot we're in the same chat.
Michael Provault to the inside. Can he get clear of Brian Merle Jr.? Brian Merle Jr. keeping it wound up on the outside line. But, you know, if you're Logan Hagerman, these guys who just hit pit road, that's what you want to see. Watch these guys burn their stuff off early again so you can get back to them. Merle looked like he moved it up a lane. Brian Merle Jr. Brett Merle starting to step away from them now. He's really found his groove in the early run of the race. Already a half a second away.
Yeah, if he can translate that to the long run, man, he would be unstoppable.
Logan Hagerman just clearing now up to 6. He's going to set his sights on Derek Regal and Mike Rentz. I'm sorry, Travis Paul. And that's a lot of damage for the 88. We'll see what he does. Wow, Will Cloud, hang on to it, Will.
What was that about the John Deere?
No caution. Will Cloud plummets to the back, though. That is not going to help his bid at a move into this round of 8. Brian Merle Jr. showing a little bit more patience this time with his brother. Not racing him so hard early as he did earlier and ran his tires off. This time we see him just waiting. Provault actually backing it off, way off. Logan Hagerman cleared himself up to 4th now.
Look now. They got to pass for second.
Man. Logan Hagerman is on a rail right now as he's already up to the leader. Ooh, he slides up the hill a little bit there. Man, what a difference in tires there. As you see Dylan Redding now working over Brian Merle as well. Trying to make his way into that 4th spot. Or 3rd spot, I'm sorry. Eric Chaput now putting the fire on Michael Provault. Chaput moves himself into P5. Jackson Qualley is going to follow through as well.
Dylan's making a pass.
Dylan Redding into P2. Wow, I can't believe how important tires are right now, Eddie.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. Logan was like he was shot out of a cannon, and Dylan said, "Hold up, I'm coming with you."
Dylan's not going away easy, as we see he's gonna put in some work here. It looks like, Eddie. Try to catch Logan. As a look back from Dylan, but a look forward, and this is all he sees is this one guy. Got to match that line and make a little bit more speed than him. As you can see, he's starting to close that gap just a little bit off the corner here. Down to 0.6 now. And he's losing a little bit of speed to Logan Hagerman now, as you can see with our little head-to-head monitor there on the right-hand side. The red says it's no good. Opening it now, the Brett Merle behind him, though.
I'd also like to say something else there, Joe. Our top 8 right now are all playoff drivers. So these spots are super important.
That's pretty cool. All right, we got some close battle on track here, back here. Little gaggle. Cars. Dustin Buck clearing by all those guys. Will Cloud trying to battle back after almost wrecking and going, like we said, through John Deere country. David Wright making his way back toward the front after getting new tires as he's now pushing up on Brian Merle Jr. Jackson Qualley up to P4 as he goes by Brett Merle.
That's what I was saying earlier. Watch him whenever the laps come down. He'll be up there.
Still a really good battle here for 6th, 7th, and 8th between Michael Lawrence, Brian Merle Jr., and David Wright. Looked like Wright was a little bit wonky, maybe sideways through the quad oval.
Yeah, it looked like he had to collect it a little bit there.
Jackson Qualley looking to get by Derek Shipwood. He's about 0.8 back from him. Logan Hagerman starting to lap some guys now.
Yeah.
DJ Floyd going a lap down there. Dylan Redding not let him get away. Dylan still only 1.3 back. But he still has that sniff. And as I said, Michael Lawrence Cheeseburger rolling around here with a broken rib. He's rolling around 6th right now. Not that he's rolling around in a real car, but it's still, I would imagine it would still hurt your ribs a bit to turn the car, right?
I would think so, man. With force feedback, depending on which wheel you had, yeah, I would say that is not very comfortable right now.
They go by the 05. This is the closest battle on track. Actually, I take that back a little bit of work here now from Scott Whiteman, who pushes it high, but Will Cloud underneath of him. Will Cloud's going to need every position he can get as he moves up into P11. As he's racing for points as well.
It's going to be a solid day for him, especially after, taking it through John Deere country. Being able to drive back to 11th. Dylan Redding looks like he's closing in on
I was just going to say, it looks like Dylan Redding now closing that gap just a little bit as he's starting to reel Logan Hagerman in. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of bit. He just closed it half a second in that lap. I don't know what's going on with Logan here. 8 laps to go. Jackson Qualley up to 4th. Derek Chaput 3rd. Should something happen up here. That puts those guys right in the catbird seat, Eddie. Here comes Dylan Redding.
Man, I wonder if Logan wore his tires out.
Dylan Redding able to run him down. Logan trying to roll the center of the corner up high, but it's not going to work out for him, I don't think. Dylan Redding's going to clear into 1st. 6 laps to go. Barring a caution. Oh, Lord. Logan Hagerman with a heck of a run through turns 3 and 4. Never mind. Maybe he was just waiting. He wanted to put on a show. He wanted to show Grandma what's up.
Right?
Yo, Grandma, watch this. Hold my beer.
That's it. Yeah. Hey.
Logan still underneath Redding. He clears him on the outside, though. Back through turns 3 and 4. Logan was better through 3 and 4 on the last lap. Doesn't look like he's any better there. Caution's out. Caution is out. It looks like Cheeseburger's ribs finally gave out.
It's not good.
Oh, well, that looked like kind of like his wreck at the go-kart track. Whoa. Brian Merle just getting by. Single car spin, little apron action, gets into the outside wall. And that, folks, is going to change the whole race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dylan Redding didn't want to see that. Just going to throw that out there.
No, I don't know what was going on with Logan there, but man, Dylan caught him. He laid the pass on him, and man, oh man.
So they've all used 1 set of tires. Eddie, do they have 2 for this?
I would imagine they do.
I think they do. We'll see. I mean, I think if you go to tires here, you win the race. So.
Yeah, I mean, as fast as they were, as fast as Logan came through there, man, yeah.
Nobody in the top 3 goes into pit road, though. So it is possible they only have 1 set. Colin Willems in the chat says, the old Stephen Black caution strikes again. And even Steven said, classic. Vintage iOS.
For sure.
All right, Dylan Redding. I think I'd be worried about Jackson Qualley if I'm Dylan Redding right here.
Yeah. And there are 2 set it says the tire set limit in the races too, so.
Wow, I can't believe these guys didn't go to pit road, Eddie.
Yeah.
Is track position that important to them, hey?
If I'm Logan, man, I knew I had a rocket ship with those freshies. I'm going to get them. We'll see.
All right, so the question becomes, who did hit pit lane, not who did not. Your top 5 are on the freshest tires on the field right now. Looks like Cheeseburger went to pit road from 18th. Let him go around one more time and we'll see. It looks like Seguin might have hit pit road. Brett Merle, Dustin Buck, Brian Merle, Warnicki, Paul Cheeseburger, Michael Provault. So could get a little sketchy at the front.
Yeah, we got to worry about somebody killing it.
Sure. So I believe this will be our first attempt at a green-white checker. The lights on the pace car will go off this time by. One more time around and we'll be back to green flag racing. I just want to throw this out there again. If Dylan Redding finishes in the top 13, it's free snowballs. Saying.
Yeah, from what, 3 to 345?
Yeah, 315 to 345, something like that.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll be there signing his hero card.
Is that the one with the
with the eggplant?
with the eggplant on it? Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if people will bring eggplants down there for him to sign.
Man, I'll go. I'll bring an eggplant too.
That's right.
All right. Base car will dip off. The start will be on Dylan Redding. Logan Hagerman, Jackson Qualley, Derek Chaput, your top 4. And there he is. He's rolling. Dylan Redding. Decent jump over Logan Hagerman. Is Jackson Qualley going to be able to clear through, though? Nope. Hagerman shuts the door.
Ooh, we got a wreck.
Big wreck in the back.
Yep.
And get our wreckage replay up for that one.
And I would just about guess that somebody's chat has been disabled.
All right. And you're going to see the 66 I entry. Dustin Buck's going to get into the backside of him. That's going to start the wrecking. Into Brett Merle. Collects Brian Merle Jr. Merle Jr. into the outside wall hard. Dustin Buck into the outside wall hard. Merle Jr. still able to roll, so he'll be able to get that reset if he has one. But he did not want to see that.
Tough luck, man. Tough luck.
This is from onboard Alan Warnicki's machine. He gets it twice. All right, will the leaders hit pit road here?
Man, I think you kind of got what you got right now. You didn't go in on that last one. I don't know.
I think it's too dangerous back there.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see what those guys that are able to come down and get their resets and throw some more tires on that thing if they have them.
Brian Nudie says, Junior has been released from the infield care center, but his voice chat has been disabled. And the Junior fans not stoked right now with what just happened.
Yeah, Junior Nation is not on their feet.
And I love it. Dustin Dean says, hashtag not my fault this time. You got to put this time on there for sure.
Yeah. Already done.
All right, so we'll line them up again for our second of 3. Green, white checkers.
As I stand corrected by Stephen Black, he said Junior Nation is on their feet. They're just leaving the facility.
All right, well, it looked like Logan didn't have much for Dylan Redding there. Jackson Qualley putting the pressure on Logan, and David Wright just kind of riding in the 4th spot. Anything we're going to see different here, Eddie, on this next one?
I don't know, man. Logan's he's got to get a better start.
Yeah, I think Jackson's got to get a little bit better start, maybe sneak into that underneath of Logan there and be able to get through. If he can get through, he might have something for Dylan Redding here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, man. If I was Jackson in that 3rd spot, man, I'd be tucked right underneath Dylan's back bumper right there.
But all season, these 3 guys have shown what they can do up at the front of the field. Dylan Redding not having as much success as Jackson. I think they have the same amount of wins, though, actually. But yeah, they both have 2. Actually, all 3 of those guys there in the top 3 have 2 wins each. Logan with 2, Jackson with 2, and Dylan Redding with 2. There you go. The top of the leaderboard rises to the top here in the first race of the playoffs. So. Chaput, though, putting himself in a really good position in 5th. And look at Will Cloud after going John Deere country, riding up in that 6th spot.
Looking P4.
Really, really good bounce back there. Dylan Redding, it's on him. See when he gets it here. He waited to the green that time, it looks like. Jackson Qualley. Yeah, Jackson Qualley clear into 2nd now. David Wright coming through into that podium spot into 3rd. He's under Logan. Jackson Qualley looking for the lead. Logan Hagerman coming with some power on the outside. White flag in the air, final lap. Checkers or wreckers.
True boy, we're gonna have a heck of a finish for the
Jackson Quali gonna diamond it in. What's he gonna do here? Races him clean. He comes to the line. Dylan Redding's gonna get his win. Ooh, Dave Wright on his roof wrecking P4. I think officially Dylan Redding first, Jackson Quali second, Logan Hagerman third, Dave Wright fourth, Jarek Chaput fifth. Brett Myrtle coming back for that sixth spot. Will Cloud finishing seventh. Brian Myrtle Jr. after blowing up in that wreck, finishing eighth, Eddie.
That's insanity. So Jackson, man, he showed some respect there, coming to the white flag.
Did he ever? He really held back at the end for sure.
I seen that. I seen him hit the brakes. I seen the front end of that car go down. Man, oh man.
He was thinking long term, I think, there. Dylan Redding, your winner here at Texas. That's going to lock him into the round of 8. It's also going to give him some bonus points, right, Eddie?
I think so. Going on to the next round. Does that means we get free snowballs?
Lots of balls. All right. That's going to round out our race here. We're going to get some guys into the booth, the top 3 into the waiting room. Speaking of P3, we got Logan Hagerman. All right, Logan, you came home P3 after having a heck of a night. You led some laps. You did some pit strategy. You got yourself back to the front, but Dylan Redding able to bring it back there toward the end. How'd you see it from your end?
Yeah, I was really good on the short runs. I sucked on the long runs. Dylan was definitely faster than me on the long run. And then I was really nervous on those restarts at the end, starting second. It's always, I find it hard always being the second place guy restarting. But I had a good start the first time. The second time wasn't that well.
Yeah, it was a tough restart there on the outside. Eddie, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, we seen your car on them fresh tires running like a rocket ship, man. I was kind of surprised, that last caution in regulation before we went to the green white checkered. I'm surprised you didn't shoot down and get you 4 freshies there.
Yeah, I don't think I would have redone it anyways. I mean, I finished third. We're in the playoffs. I just kind of wanted to finish well and move on to the next round. It's really my goal.
Yeah. Now, from your standpoint, when you watch Jackson get up on Dylan there, think Jackson had anything for him and kind of just showed a little bit of respect there?
Yeah, I think he was actually faster there. I was surprised. I didn't really see him all race, and then he was there at the end. But I thought he was quicker than Dylan at the end there. I was kind of hoping they were going to wreck, to be honest with you. I know they were racing hard going into 3, and I was able just to power on the outside there and gain some spots back. It wasn't our night. But it was a good run for a couple guys out there. Like David Wright had a good night, and Derek Chaput, names you don't normally see up front. So it was a good race. I'm happy, and I'm ready to move on to next week.
Awesome. Congratulations, Logan, on that P3. Anybody you want to thank?
Got to thank Grandma Hagerman. She was watches every week. Thanks for watching, and thanks to you guys up in the booth.
All right, man. We'll see you again next week, as you probably got yourself pretty close to being locked in with that P3. I mean, it would take a miracle probably for you to not make it. So, all right, good job, Logan. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Dylan. You got Eddie and Joe in the booth. You got us?
And 4 cup.
Man, what an up and down race. Up front early, at the back, up front late, chasing down Logan. Then you get the coveted Stephen Black yellow flag. And how do you feel about it?
Well, Joe, this is iOS ARCA, so there's going to be cautions. There's going to be pit strategy, and I kind of went through all of that tonight. Jackson was all over me on that last restart, and I definitely crowded him on the bottom. But this is the playoffs, and Jackson's won a bunch of races, and I really felt like I needed to get this one, so I'm happy to put it in victory lane for sure.
Now, you said you crowded him and all that. Are you kind of expecting it back, or how's that going to play out?
If he feels that way, if he feels like he needs to give me a little reminder, I guess I understand. But I certainly would expect him to do the same thing that I did in this situation, going for the win on the restart. So it is what it is.
Yeah, Dylan,
Yeah,
I think he showed you a lot of respect there. He probably could have drove right into you, probably dumped you, but he let up. You could kind of see it in the broadcast, I'm sure, if you watch it back. But I think that's probably what Eddie was going to say. Eddie?
Yeah, I was going to say, man, you can see the front end of that car bob down. You can tell he hit the brakes. So, yeah, I'd say he showed some respect there.
Yeah, in the moment, I mean, obviously, heat of the moment, it is what it is. But I felt like I was kind of making my intention clear that I was going to hold the bottom, and he was like almost on the apron. But I guess when we hit the corner, we just kind of ran out of room. But I'm sure he's frustrated about it, and like you said, maybe he'll have something for me at Lucas Oil next week.
A hard fought race, and you came away with the win. Dylan, anybody you want to thank?
Definitely Pelican Snowballs, my sponsor. I'm always proud to represent them each and every week, and certainly Sim Racing for once again sponsoring us here tonight. We are always glad to have them on board.
Yeah, and just so you know, in the race chat, if you came in P13 or higher, 3 snowballs from 315.5. So.
Oh, I'll have to let the owner know.
All right. All right.
My question is, are you going to be down there signing eggplants?
Give me a pen, give me an eggplant, I'll get it done.
All right,
Awesome.
Dylan. Congratulations. We'll see you again next week, as you don't have anything to worry about, so you can just go for it.
Yep, full send at Lucas Oil.
All right, take care.
Yep.
Well, Eddie, awesome race.
Yeah,
And they
good
put on a show. Dave Wright with his first top 5 of the season. Chaput bringing it home 5th. Brian Burrow Jr. bouncing back, coming away 8th. Dylan Redding holding on to the lead from Jackson Qualley. Hagerman falling to 3rd after being so dominant early. And man, what a race overall. I mean, these guys put on a show again tonight in the ARCA series. The Trucks and Cup got a lot to live up to after these races.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. Like, the finish of this one was absolutely, dude, I was excited about it. Like, that was crazy.
Those are drivers going for it. That's what we like to see. It makes the intensity ramp up. And we'll check you guys again tomorrow night. We go cup racing here again in iOS series. Josh Hall will have the call with Matt Knights. I'll be on track with Eddie. We'll be trying to get ourselves into that round of 8. And for Intensity Broadcasting, I'm Joe Wright, been joined by Eddie Morris. Like, follow, and subscribe on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. And check us out on eRacing TV on Tuesday and Wednesday nights too as well. And that you can catch that on Roku and Fire TV. And that's about it. As Atlee Atman Weiss would say, over and